What up? What up? What up? It is again Monday evening. That means there's at least going to be two guys on your screen, and we here to talk some pro wrestling. That's going to
And
be
it's
your
the
boy
month of
Cool McCain.
November.
No Shave November. It's your boy Cool McCain over here on the side, as always. It's the Playmaker. Playmaker. What it do today?
What's going on? We are on the road to Chicago.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we do understand that we just had a premium live event. So y'all know we got to dig into that. So we're gonna
And
kind of slide through a couple of points for the other stuff, but we're gonna dig into that premium live event results. And I'm sure there's gonna
don't
be some different
don't don't
opinions.
don't be don't be fooled by the way he's being professional right now. He did not call that a premium live event.
Oh yeah, when we get to it, we're gonna talk about all that. I'm just going by the official name that it was given. It
Like I
was
say,
not premium, but it
he's
was a
being
live event.
professional right now.
Yeah, it was not premium, but it was a live event. All right, so Playmaker, just to run through these other things, because like I said, we need some time to dig into the juice that was at Premium Live or that live event. We're definitely on Premium. All right, so
He
back
said
on
nothing
Monday Night
premium
Raw,
about it.
right? Nothing premium about that thing. We had some matches: Dominic Mysterio versus Ricochet, blase. We know who won that match. Rhea came down. Sami Zayn came out and he cut this wild promo about how he's the rebel and he's not gonna let Judgment Day, take over. Blase, blase. We can go into more detail, but you watch, you know what I'm talking about. So that kind of started things off. We had the Alpha Academy versus the Creed brothers. So if you've been watching NXT, you know who the Creed brothers are, right?
Mhm.
They
What a
give you that
debut!
kind of they
What
give
a
you that kind
debut!
of Steiner Brothers vibe. I like them.
What a debut for those guys! Massive victory over Afro
Yes,
Academy.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man,
Yes, sir.
I
Yes.
really, let me be honest. Watching that match, I was like, man, they almost there, but he almost had that feeling like, man, they right there, but I don't think they're gonna get it. And, hey, when you have a third person out
Yep.
there who's willing to state their nose in your business, things happen.
Hmm. They got them a nice
With
female companion. Yes, sir.
give me a little foreshadowing. Theme of tonight, third party.
I like that. I will roll with that. All right, we had the reunited DIY, excuse me. I always say that backwards. DIY against Imperium. We had another theme of the night. Debuting or rekindled tag teams have to win.
Yep,
So DIY got the win
of course that
over
was like
over Imperium.
that was expected.
Yep.
You can't bring Johnny Gargano, Tommaso
And,
Ciampa back together and they lose their match. That you just don't do that.
and see, the thing is, that's completely true. But you also need to cultivate who they're fighting, right? Like Imperium versus DIY as DIY's first match, it didn't really make a lot of sense. It did on some levels, but it didn't. Imperium at least feels like a team. You got to win a couple of matches for it, and then come and say, y'all not serious about professional wrestling, and we are, and put little hands behind their back and stuff before you actually have a match. So having them as like your first step is like you try to say they would Gable and Otis as a tag team on that level, and I think Imperium's above that. Just my thoughts, but I
And,
think they're above that.
and speaking of Imperium, hmm. So we're gonna use Imperium to turn Mid's face.
Um, I think that's what's going to happen. I don't want it to happen, but I think that's what's going to happen. We also had JD McDonough get his trick whooped by Seth Rollins after pedigree and a stomp. Damian Priest came out with the suitcase, but of course he didn't cash it in because Seth Rollins was still able to fight.
Theft. Theft. We would like to report a theft.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that too. Damian Priest beat Sami Zayn by DQ. Still a win though, right? The record book still show it as a win. All right. So for Raw, I mean, we could have broke down some things a little bit, but for Raw, here's the thing: it's right before a premium. Well, technically a premium live event, but we can call them live events the rest of the show. It's right before a live event, so it's kind of everything was focused on building towards the live event, and maybe some kindling, which is the little baby fire for some storylines they may be trying to do. We'll see how the kindling continues to burn when it hits the big logs before we discuss those things. But at least some things happen there, right? Then we go over to SmackDown. SmackDown was one day before.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time, Cool has a SmackDown breakdown, not me.
This is gonna be real fast. Bailey did not weaken Bianca Belair in a one-on-one match. Bianca handled her business.
Interesting. I think somebody called that.
Yeah, somebody did. I was called them Playmaker, I believe. A Donnybrook rules match between the Brawling Brooks and Pretty Deadly. We're just gonna move on. That's all I can say about that match. Kevin Owens did beat Austin Theory, so I like that. Logan, LA Knight, and Roman Reigns had their final words. Of course, LA Knight's gonna win on the mic and get the final thing right because he's gonna lose the match. We all know that. It's just how is it gonna happen? Story was definitely rushed. No one believes that Knight's gonna beat the Tribal Chief, right? Nobody believed that the whole time. The truth of this was fodder. LA Knight was set up as fodder. And we'll talk about what happened. But he was set up as fodder, and when you're set up as fodder, you're gonna go down as fodder. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven had a tag team match. Shotzi had to find a partner. It was the person that always has to be on TV, Charlotte Flair. Horrible match. I'm gonna be real with you. The only thing about this match that I cared about was Alba Fire and Isla Dawn were backstage watching the match. That's the only thing that I cared about.
Triple H.
John Cena went in on Solo Sikoa.
Hold on, Triple H.
Go ahead.
I know we want to keep Charlotte on TV. That is the queen, and we respect the queen. But do me a favor. Do me a favor. Keep the queen away from Chelsea Green at all times. I don't need the queen being contaminated by Chelsea Green.
So Solo got cooked on the mic. John Cena called him a bargain basement tag ripoff. And he says he only had a job in WWE because of his cousin Roman Reigns, among other things. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Rey Mysterio hit Logan Paul in the head with a mic after the weigh-in. And then Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits did talk up Logan Paul before the weigh-in. And then another interesting element, B-Fab did ask the Almighty to have a word with her. So we'll see where that goes in private. So maybe B-Fab is going to be the one that's going to be added to this mix. We'll see.
That's a monkey wrench out this world.
But yeah, but not a lot of exciting things happen on SmackDown. Just to be completely and utterly honest with you, it was a mad week at best with WWE on television. Everything was focused on building stuff for Crown Jewel, and with SmackDown only be 2 hours, you don't have a lot of time. So we have these long man matches. It's just it doesn't help. So on Dynamite, the interesting thing to me was the Bullet Club Gold, which is of course Switchblade, Jay Wright, Juice Robinson, and the Yas Boys or the Guns, depending on if you're an Acclaim fan or not. Uh, had a 4-on-4 match. If MJF could find 3 partners and they won, then he was to get his title back. If they lost, he'd have to wait until the match, and he'd have to beat him to get his title back. So MJF was having a tough time finding partners. We know Max Caster has this weird obsession with MJF. He ended up teaming with them. After the match, Max Caster took a title shot to the face for MJF. So it ended up being Acclaim and MJF, and now they're kind of like, okay, Hikaru Shida fought Willow Nightingale for the Women's World Championship. We know who won that match. We're not even going to play games. The International Championship was on the line. Orange Cassidy versus Claudio Castagnoli. Orange Cassidy still the champion. And then Adam Page and the Young Bucks versus Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony. And then, of course, Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega fought Cool Hand Angelo Parker and Dead the Magic Matt Menard. A couple other things happened as well. But the important thing here is that we're having a lot of interference from the House of Black. They're making themselves very well known right now. So we're gonna see how that ends up playing out. The rated R
Keyword
superstar Adam Copeland.
keyword for the evening:
Go ahead, sir.
interference.
Yes. Adam Copeland had some thoughts, and now he's finally going to team with Darby Allin and Sting. What a shock!
Can we get to the real news?
The only real news from the show is that Tony Khan announced that AEW All-In tickets are going to be on sale December 1st
No, that's not the news.
in London.
That's not the news. That's not the news.
What's the news, sir?
So when we seen Ric Flair, and we was thinking, okay, Sting's last run, sure, bring in Ric Flair. But this man signed a multi-year deal, and he's out here talking about having a match with MJF. What are we doing here?
So
Like I said, let's get to
MJF
the real
made a
news.
joke about this. Said buried alive match. I wasn't even going to touch on it honestly because I don't even feel like it's news. To be truthfully, and I'll tell you why I don't even feel like it's news. Ric Flair cannot get back in the wrestling ring. If Tony Khan put Ric Flair in the wrestling ring, he's going to lose every fan he has because we're going to see the death of one of our childhood idols. Don't do it. I mean, honestly, that's just what it is. So, Collision. I'm going to just tell you the matches that there were. There's only one, maybe two nuggets. So you had FTR, La Faction Ingobernables, Rouge and Preston Vance versus Ricky Starks and Big Bill, who are your AEW Tag Team Champions, and then 2/3 of your Ring of Honor 6-man tag champions, the Gates of Agony, who are part of the Mogul Embassy, which is my man Swerve Strickland's faction. Darby Allin. So this is my beef with AEW, and I'm gonna touch on this real quick. I know we're saving time for the breakdown I'm about to say All In, the breakdown for the live event that happened this weekend. But this whole the claim thing, these guys have bought into this characters to a level that's just amazing. So I say kudos to them for just taking what they were giving and really getting it over. because they weren't giving something that really works that much, but they found a way to get it over with Daddy Ass. And then why do we have Darby Allin beating Lance Archer? What is the purpose of Lance Archer coming back to lose to Darby Allin? And now Jake the Snake is now also managing just him. He's managing those two weird guys too. And the two weird guys I'm talking about are righteous. Just for anybody who doesn't know who the two weird guys are. But not a lot from Collision either. I mean, honestly, when I watched it, I'm like, the biggest thing was Mark Briscoe was back, and he was in 6-man action with Dustin Rhodes and Keith Lee against a group calling themselves the Sex Stallions. And that's Kip Sabian and the Workhorsemen.
No comment.
Definitely didn't need to be on TV. Definitely didn't need to be on TV. The whole they had a backstage segment that didn't need to be on TV. AW, they packed it in this week and just said we're just gonna throw some stuff out there. We don't care what happens, and it came through on the screen. You know, that just we can sit here and we can try to make sugar out of sugar honey iced tea, but we don't do that. Not on Monarchs of Wrestling. Some of y'all might do that where you at, but we don't do that on Monarchs of Wrestling. Yeah, we don't make sugar out of sugar honey iced tea. We don't do that over here. It is what it is. It was not a well put together show. It was fun for the matches, but it was not put together well. And AEW has to do a better job. It looks like they just said, we know WWE's going to pack it in, so we're just going to pack it in too. If that's the way you're going to go, man, I don't know what to tell you, except it's not the right way. So, in less than 20 minutes, we were able to go through 4 lackluster shows that normally would take us about at least half an hour. That tells you how just meh what we were given as fans this week. It happens, right? It happens.
We expect it from WWE because we know how WWE rolls around this time of year.
It happens. I also expected for the competition. I also expected for AEW because storytelling is a problem. And whenever storytelling is a problem, what else is going to be a problem?
Yeah, but okay, we both he expected it, but it's 2 different reasons.
Yes, absolutely.
It's 2 different reasons for the companies.
Yes.
WWE wants to make sure their wrestlers get healthy going into the new year for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm. AEW is just, I guess maybe they're going to try some new things next year. Who knows? What I do know is that you better be wary because TNA is coming back. TNA was a little bit more fun than Impact. Impact felt a little more stuffy. So we'll see if there's a difference in the actual product.
Pick a name and stick with it.
It's the same company, but the connotations. The name needs to be TNA, so the fans can shout TNA, TNA.
Why do you think I said pick a name and stick with it? At one point, it was one word TNA Impact.
I feel you. That was the worst name, by the way. All right, so your crown jewels here, sir. I know this is the one that we got an hour. We probably won't need an hour, but we got an hour. So crown jewel, the live event, nothing premium. So I'm gonna say it like the young people say: live event, no premium. JD McDonough versus Sami Zayn was the opening match.
Yeah, we knew how that was gonna go.
JD McDonough won. Excuse me, Sami Zayn won. I said JD McDonough. I got him backwards. Sorry. I'm gonna say Sami Zayn beat JD McDonough. Yeah.
JD McDonough don't have backup. He is the backup.
Yeah. Yeah.
No backup for the backup.
Pretty much. All right. So Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre World Heavyweight Championship match. Were your thoughts from this match, Playmaker?
Great match. I love it. Good opening match. Made both guys look strong. You know, the per usual. Both guys get all their moves in, and who outlasts who, of course, as predicted. Seth Rollins was going to retain. But this is where
Mhm.
things got interesting. This is the part that I like and I don't like. Damian Priest comes out there with the ref. I'm like, oh, here we go. Let the fun begin. So hey, I'm finna cash in. I'm finna beat him. You gonna tell them I'm cashing? Sami Zayn comes out, take the briefcase. That's the part I don't like. I don't need Sami Zayn taking the briefcase. What they should have did, in my view, I'm gonna see if you agree with this. Have Damian Priest do what he did, and then be like, nah, you know what? I'll wait for another time. That would have been awesome. Cause now you really playing with Seth Rollins. Cause
That would have been the optimal outcome.
because Seth Rollins when he heard the music, you saw what he said. He was like F, because
Hmm.
he knew what was coming. If you let Damian Priest fake it, oh, that'd have been brilliant. I mean, Sami Zayn taking this like, really? Why is you taking the briefcase, bro? Like, why? Now I know you said some things and you gotta stick to your word because you say you were gonna stop Judgment Day from taking all the belts. So this is okay. You said it, so we gotta go with it. I get it. But I would have loved it if they just let Demi Priest fake it and have it play in Seth Rollins' head. Not for Seth Rollins to really know, like, bro, he
But we
literally
got
could
to
have cashed
build
in on
up
me.
Sami Zayn so he can never beat anybody, sir, worth anything. But we still have to
Well,
spend time building him
I
up.
understand that, but you getting the Seth Rollins head like he literally could have cashed in on me after I fought Drew McIntyre. He's torn with me right now. And Seth Rollins don't like to be toyed with.
Yes.
Seth Rollins like to do the touring, but he don't want to be toyed with. How damn Priest toy him? That'd have been brilliant.
Yep. So we move on. We have the women's fatal 5-way match. And I will
Did I
say the wrong person
did
got
I
pinned.
not call it? Did I not call it?
The wrong person got pinned, but
The wrong person got pinned. Did I not call it? Did I not say that match was gonna be? I told you that match was gonna be better than what most people were thinking.
yeah. And then, you put it right after that World Heavyweight Championship match. So everybody was already kind of hyped and crunked into it. So it was a smart placement for it too. Rhea got her special entrance, and then she got to keep her championship. Once you saw her get the special entrance, you already knew what time it was,
Oh, that match was
right?
great. Oh, I love that match. All five women can get it. That's pretty much what happened. All of them was getting beat up. I loved it. And then the riptide
Yeah.
from the top row onto
The triple
everybody.
submission was pretty nice too for Baszler.
I gotta give my ladies on the pro. Great job, ladies. Great job.
When you put, I would say, the 5 best workers you have from Raw on the female side of the match together. So we knew that we were going to get a match. You had to make Nia Jackson still look like a dominant force. Of course, she wasn't going to eat the pin. I don't see how Zoe Stark doesn't eat that pin. I'm just saying.
She was the one who ate that damn riptide, though.
She did eat the riptide, but she should have ate that pin. I'm just saying. That would to me would have been a satisfying ending to a great story. So next we had Solo Sokoa, and who they are calling not me, but they are calling the GOAT, John Cena. Now, to be clear, not me, but they are calling the GOAT.
Is he? Does anybody know if he's able to talk? He took like freaking 15 spikes to the throat.
It did go on too long.
He just kept going. It got to the point I started feeling like, damn, am I watching Brock Lesnar and John Cena all over again? And you just felt the crowd just fell. Like, yeah, you watching John Cena
And
get
the,
destroyed right now.
right, and the thing is, what was the point? And I said this: if you're gonna have a match, it's okay to have like back and forth in these matches. You run around calling this dude the GOAT, and then he goes out there and gets manhandled, dominated, destroyed by Solo Sikoa. You get 4 Samoan spikes. This Solo won't cover him. Pick him up and he just starts spiking him. Then he covered him and beat him. Like, what were you thinking? Like, I seriously, this is the kind of stuff why I say this was not a premium live event. This was a live event. This is the start of the live event phase of the show.
That was the end is coming for John Cena.
We know the end is coming. The writer's strike is going to be over in like a week. He's going back to Hollywood and make some more Fast and Furious movies. All right, so
well, that movie be out longer, so I can say if he survived that somehow, I'm gonna be mad because
basically we should be seeing John Cena for a while, is what you're saying.
No,
Because he
what
got
I'm saying
like
is
5,000 Samoan spikes, and then he got manhandled and brutalized.
that part. But I'm saying from the Fast and Furious part, if he make it to the other Fast and Furious, I'm gonna be mad because how in the hell,
bruh, this is Fast and Furious. You already know. If he's not dead in real life, he gonna fight. Some way he made it.
How you think I felt when I saw the ending of Fast 10? I fell off the couch. I was like,
I went to the movies and I laughed.
Y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all saw it by now, but some of y'all who didn't see it, the ending is gonna F you up. I'm just gonna say that. The ending is gonna F you up because
or make you laugh. It depends. Or make you laugh.
No, it's not gonna
make me laugh. It made me laugh.
I don't know how it made you laugh because I'm just like, how? What? But what? How?
Well, not the end, but the after credit scene is what I'm talking
about. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah,
but
now, the end made me like, we know it's another movie. You ain't had to do all that. That's what the end of the movie made me feel like.
No, I'm saying though, when she finally got it and when she realized where the hell she was actually at and got rescued, I'm like, but
yeah, that part made me laugh.
But what? How? What? Fast 11.
Well, I knew it was coming. That's why it made me laugh because I'm like, because I knew everything was gonna happen. So it was more like, this is how you're gonna work it in. But I already knew what was gonna pop off. Make a long story short. So of course the Miz tried to do an episode of Miz TV. Grayson Waller came out and tried to hijack it.
They are literally making face a face. This is literally happening.
And then Waller got a skull crushing finale. And they're gonna turn Mike Mizanin, the most annoying wrestler in WWE, into a babyface. So you're gonna go from an annoying, obnoxious heel to an annoying, obnoxious babyface.
Which he's great at being a heel. Let's be for real.
Yeah. They're talking about putting it with DIY as some kind of group. And I'm like, neither one of those guys need him. You can give them somebody better.
No comment. No.
I hope that's just a rumor because some rumors are not true. So I hope that's just a rumor. All right. So then we had Rey Mysterio and Logan Paul for the United States Championship bout. They foreshadowed that Logan Paul was going to win because he looked nervous before, and he never does.
They ain't have that fast right. As soon as he said he wanted the United States title, I was like, yep, he's finna get the title. Because you're not finna have this man keep having matches and not give him a title.
Championship matches and not give, because you have about 10 championship matches. At some point, you got to win one. And it's a smart move for WWE. You can move. This is like This is the equivalent of Taylor Swift popping in and winning the Divas Championship.
Yeah, but it does set up. It could set up a storyline that I would like to see, but I'll wait for it to till we get to that person though.
Fair enough. So Logan Paul won by using a set of brass knuckles to hit the knockout punch. So he's got metal in his hand, and then he put brass knuckles on top of it to hit a knockout punch and win the U.S. title.
Um, he had help. Remember, I said keyword of the day interference. He had help.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Please give the
remember
people
the matches that we talked about beforehand. There was no interference.
right.
Starting from this point forward, yeah, third parties are definitely the term of the day.
I left that to allow you to give them that information, playmaker. So please enlighten the people, the good
So,
people, to see what happened.
so one of Paul Heyman's good buddies showed up. Really don't know his name because he's not even worth mentioning. Gave him some brass knuckles. He had it at first, then he lost it. Santos Escobar showed up to try to save the horrific events that was going to happen, but he didn't because, as you said, Logan Paul wins the United States title with a knockout punch with some brass knuckles.
Yep.
So Logan Paul is a champion in WWE.
And it's the right belt for him to have, as a matter of fact. I don't see Logan Paul as a world champion, but I can buy him as the United States champion. I can buy him as that. And the thing is with Logan Paul, remember, he's a free agent. He's not assigned to show. So you can see him on either show. So the United States Championship could be on Raw tonight. It will be on Raw tonight, I would think. All right, so next we have Io Sky, the Genius of the Sky, versus the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair. So from a from a logical perspective, before we get to the actual match, from a logical perspective, Bianca winning makes no sense because if she was going to win, she should have just kept the belt and never lost it. Io Sky and Damage Control being the reason Bianca wins makes no sense because that's already happened before and she's already taken them out. So what did the WWE do?
Surprise of the night.
Something smart. Now I will say, as our good friend Mr. Cole Johnson himself, the Mad Genius, said, you wasted this on a live event, no premium, but you could take it away from there, playmaker.
So obviously, if you see Io Sky versus Bianca Belair, you automatically gonna say, "Oh, Bianca should win this. She should get the title back," because there's no way in God's green earth Io's beating Bianca. So how do you keep the title on Io? Bailey shows up, and no, as soon as I said it, yeah, I already know. Again, we gonna keep this going. Well, the chip is part of a faction, so what you think's supposed to happen? They not gonna get
Pretty
involved.
much.
Even with Bailey's interference, doesn't help Io. Bianca withstands it all. Not that Bailey didn't do anything to Io, okay? There was no miscommunication. It's just Bianca Belair was ready. She had a game plan ready for that particular moment. But like I said, the surprise of the night. And what nobody was ready for. Well,
Nobody.
You was ready for it, but you didn't think it was gonna happen then. We was waiting for one person to actually make their appearance known. We finally got it. And it's on the hillside of her return. The Pirate Princess Kairi Sane.
And the best, I would say, elbow, the insane elbow. And the EST of WWE can tell you it ain't nothing nice.
Well, what's more better, the insane elbow on the look on Bailey's face?
The look on Bailey's face was better than anything else that happened.
And you know what that kind of made me do? I was like, is damage control going in a different direction here?
I believe Damage Control is going in a different direction, and I believe that it's either going to be a face faction with Bailey still in charge, and Io goes on her way with Kairi Sane and Asuka, or Kairi Sane ends up becoming part of Damage Control and Bailey's out. But we'll see how it goes.
So remember, Bailey is the reason why Kyrie in WWE terms. Let me put that in WWE terms. Bailey is the reason why Kyrie got canned out of WWE.
Mm-hmm. For long-term storytelling purposes, which WWE does still use.
That's and Michael Cole brought that up.
Of course, Michael Cole did.
When Kairi Sane showed us,
it's the GOAT.
And it's like this will make you like, wait a minute. Bailey took her out, but she's helping Io, who is teaming with Bailey, and yeah, WWE just put everybody in a knot right now.
They just made you say, I got something else to look at for on SmackDown that doesn't have to do with the Bloodline.
Now you gotta sit here and wonder, where we going? What we doing? Okay, wait a minute, hold on. We happy. Kairi Sane, be happy that you finally officially back. We knew you was coming back, but it is official now.
Like a whistle.
So now we gotta sit here and be like, okay, well, where we going? Which direction we going here? See, this is what WWE's good at when they try to make you when they got you pointing in different directions, like you trying to figure out what's going on. That's where they get you. And that's what we get with Damage Control. Y'all got tired of seeing Damage Control, right? They said, okay, let's sprinkle some twist in here. What a twist.
So the problem with Damage Control became Dakota Kai got hurt.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really a trio anymore. It was a duo. And I feel like that's when things started being a little less exciting with Damage Control. You know what I'm saying? So, personal opinion, but that's what I felt like happened. So this was a good either way to get Io out or to get some new blood in, whichever way you want to go.
So there you go. And if I remember correctly, I think that brings us to one match left. Because the tag team titles were not on the line. No. As soon as I said that, 2 more matches because Damian Priest had to go against Cody Rhodes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we know who wins this match.
So,
because he's got to finish the story.
Yes, he has to finish the story, but the story continues as Jey Uso, main event Jey Uso, was able to neutralize 3 members of Judgment Day. And what world does that make sense? And the thing is, he ain't the one that brought the chair out. Dominic brought the chair out. It was a good match. You didn't even have to do all that. It was already a good match. But you know, as we said, Cody had to finish the story. That chapter where Damian Priest is written. Ha! We're done.
All right, AP
then
says,
we get
real quick, let me throw this in there and then we'll get back to it. AP says, can we just give up on LA Knight? Ain't no storyline. And then he says, we're going to see Ray in AEW. AP, you wild for that, bro. You may not be lying, but you wild for that.
Why would we see Ray in AEW?
That's where everybody goes, man.
That's where everybody goes there. I think Ray accomplished what he wanted to accomplish. I don't think he's done.
Look, he might go to AEW for 6 months, so he can get Dominic a leading role in AEW or something. Who knows? I'm just just throwing craziness out there.
Yeah, I know you just throwing stuff to the wall, seeing what will stick.
I don't even expect anything to stick. Real talk.
I'm gonna say Ray accomplished what he wanted to accomplish. Okay, his son is doing his thing, and he knows it.
He is. Yes,
so he accomplished what he wanted to accomplish.
The reason he signed a new contract was to get Dominic on, and it worked.
And Dominic's the number 1 heel in wrestling.
He sucked as a babyface, but a great heel. But continue, Playmaker. Continue. Continue,
And then,
please.
but I'm glad Mr. Price brought up LA Knight because that was the main event. LA
Mm-hmm.
Knight in the biggest match of his career against the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, the longest reigning champion in WWE history, Roman Reigns.
You know what Roman Reigns said after this match?
Acknowledge me.
That's what he said.
We knew LA Knight wasn't going to win this match. The question is, how does he lose the match? That was the question. We didn't care. We knew he was going to lose. I mean, that's one of the things I hate when WWE does it. Bruh, he's the hottest ticket going right now. I'm pretty sure you're trying to capitalize on it. But we know he's not going to win the title. Y'all not going to make Roman Reigns lose his historic run at a crown jewel.
No.
He's not even going to defend it at Survivor Series, in my opinion.
He probably gonna take another break for 4 months, 3 months.
No? Remember what I told you last month? What Survivor Series was going to be again? It came out. I was right. It's going to be War Games.
We're not gonna see Roman Reigns until Survivor. We're not gonna see him till
So
then.
Roman Reigns might be involved in War Games again, which was
He may.
which was
He may not.
Because the last time we saw the Bloodline in War Games, it was a damn good man. Hey,
Yeah, but here's the problem. The two best members I feel like of the War Games team ain't no longer in the bloodline.
see, you beat me to the punch because I was gonna say, however, this ain't the same Bloodline.
I dig it. I dig it.
This ain't the same Bloodline, so we gonna be
Especially
interested
like
in
it was.
seeing how this works. And remember, last time we had War Games, we didn't have general managers either.
This is
We
true.
had general managers for Raw SmackDown, so that makes a little curveball thrown right there. We're trying to see what's going to happen here. Pretty sure tonight was probably, if not tonight, Friday should give us a little leeway of where they're going towards Thanksgiving weekend. Between tonight and Friday, we should get a little bit of understanding of where we're going here.
Well, we know one team is gonna be Judgment Day. There's no doubt about that.
Yep.
One team is gonna be Judgment Day.
See how it goes. But hey, like I said, we had to see how LNA was gonna lose. If he lose straight up, then all this he done with him is just done. It is over with. Like, bruh. He done all this great stuff. The crowd is behind him, and he just lost straight up. Like, that doesn't work. But they went the route of what I wanted, not the route that he wanted. But of course, Paul Heyman comes out there. He's the wise man. He's supposed to be out there. Solo tried to come out, but they stopped Solo so fast. Now, how come officials can't do that most of the time? Because they stopped him quickly. Well, he made it, halfway down the ramp? We didn't even see the officials come out. They was already right there stopping him. But they made use of Jimmy Uso.
Yep.
They made use of Jimmy Uso. I don't know how you feel about it. You wanted them to do something with him. They made some use for him.
Yeah, he put his foot on the bottom rope, saved him.
So maybe that's some way to get Jimmy back up on the what I say, post.
Something.
They did something with him.
Something up on a something. He needed something.
And he took the crazy bump. He went through the announce table.
Well, he always takes everything for his tribal chief. Now this is tribal chief again. Right? He hates him 1 week, and then 2 weeks later, it's his tribal chief again. So,
well, Roman Reigns
schizophrenic storytelling.
It is, but when the last time Roman Reigns went off on him? You got to think about that.
This is true.
Roman Reigns, he looked like he want to go off on him, but he don't.
He doesn't. Yeah, he looked like he get ready to just dig into him, and then he just finds another way to say it.
Roman Reigns. I don't know about you, but for me, seeing somebody get speared through the barricades never gets old for me.
Never does. I agree. And I don't care if I love the person or I hate the person. When you go through that barricade, that's a different type of ooh.
And I'm proud of LA Knight. He took the bump.
He took. Yeah, he took.
Your biggest match, and you was willing to take that bump. Got to give you props for that. Hey,
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
That's what it is. So,
Are you
real quick.
Are you actually paying attention to what they doing with Drew McIntyre? It's what they doing on SmackDown with the Street Profits is what they doing with Drew McIntyre. It's a slow burn
Very slow.
to the main goal.
But when it blows, he might end up in Judgment Day. I don't know. But he's gonna be a heel.
I mean, Rhea did looked at him and laughed. I mean, you have to feel some type of way if you Drew McIntyre.
So AP also says this win Ripley did all shows Jade Cargill is next in line. So I'm gonna say this: if Jade Cargill is next in line, she's getting the LA Knight treatment.
Nah, she's not less in line because that's
because she's done nothing in WWE for her to get a title shot.
The only thing she did is appeared on one pay-per-view and all three TV shows.
What she really needs to do is win the NXT championship first. That's what I think. Because she's stiff. She's very stiff. She's got a lot better than she was, but she's still stiff. And again, what stiff means is a lot of those hits that you're doing, a lot of those moves, you're actually doing the move like it's supposed to be done and not how it's done in wrestling moves. So some of those moves she's doing like me and you, like if me and Playmaker was wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Not the WWE style of doing those moves. That's what I'm saying.
Pretty much you actually feeling the move.
Yes.
If you're the one that's
being executed 100% on you and not 40%, but looks like 120%. The chops, you're getting chopped. You're not getting like the chop. You're getting like chop. That type of thing.
See, that's where you're wrong at, sir. See, this is why his last comment is, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, let me put that up. Let me put that up there. He says, ain't nobody in the W can beat Ripley. I don't see.
That's where you're wrong at. Notice it was a 5-way match. First pinfall or submission wins.
Mm-hmm.
Notice only one person needed to be pinned. That happened to be Shayna Baszler. Even though he wanted to be Zoe Starks, but at the same time, Shayna Baszler taking the pin doesn't really do much either.
It just made sense to be Zoe just because she didn't really belong in this match. That was my thought, but it's whatever.
Notice she didn't pin Nia Jax. She didn't pin Raquel Rodriguez.
She didn't even pin Zoe Stark.
She didn't even pin Zoe Stark. And like you said, we don't even know what show Jade Cargill gonna start at.
Mm-hmm.
And then, knowing WWE, when is the WWE draft? Was there a potential matchup with Becky Lynch?
Right.
At some point, Charlotte Flair gonna get her match, in which she should, because it's 1-1 apiece at WrestleMania. We need a rubber match.
Charlotte is gonna be in everything unless she takes time off.
No, what I'm saying is, Charlotte beat her for the NXT title at WrestleMania. She beat Charlotte for the SmackDown title at WrestleMania. It's 1-1. We need a rubber match.
No, I do what you're saying. I'm just saying Charlotte's gonna get matches against everybody.
But you don't
Charlotte
have to
just walks in the office and be like,
they can do what they did with Rock and Stone Cold. They had 3 matches, 2 for a title, 1 without the title.
They could, but Charlotte's not gonna allow that to happen, sir. Charlotte's not gonna be at WrestleMania and there's not a championship on the line. That's not how Charlotte rolls. Woo!
You'll be surprised. If the match is right, storyline adds up. You never know.
I'm just gonna go off history like I do with everything in every sport and every show.
But
that I
before we get to
watched.
that, I still need Bianca Belair and Charlotte to get a feud going on here. Okay, that's the last feud that you haven't had with the four horsewomen. I need that to happen. WWE. She already conquered Becky. She conquered Sasha Banks. Now that's Mercedes Moné. And she conquered Bailey. We need the Queen in the EST to go ahead and duke it out.
Everybody been conquering Bailey though. Just throwing it out there.
Just saying. I'm just saying for my girl, we need to complete the set. There's one piece missing. Like in chess. You can't win a chess unless you get to the queen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the queen's the only one left on that board, Bianca. First, to take care of damage control. Do what you got to do with that.
Oh, Bianca's with you, sir. Bianca's with you.
That's all I'm saying. But
I
yeah,
feel like Bianca's 100% with you.
just need to complete the set. Ooh, I got to go back because they NXT rivalry was off the chain.
It was very good rivalry.
That rivalry in NXT was off the chain, and that's when Raquel was the heel and Rhea was the face.
Mm-hmm. CAP, there's something about this though. So he says, Blair will win to be she joins the Hurt Business. I don't think Belair gonna join the Hurt Business. I said it before. The thing with Belair joining the Hurt Business, Belair is the top seller for merchandise for little girls. You're not gonna lose that because you want to turn her heel. I think we're gonna get B-Fab as the female, and she's gonna start wrestling in the Hurt Business with a mean streak. And maybe like a Jade Cargill if she goes to SmackDown. That's what I think. I honestly don't think we're going to get Belair because if you notice, they haven't mentioned the relationship between Belair and Montez Ford since they started this turn for the Street Profits, purposefully. AP also says how many times Ripley beat Raquel Rodriguez. For that, I just want to say you got to remember they don't really, unless it fits the storyline, they don't even talk about the past, which I think is crazy, but just something I noticed. It's a little interpretation to me on the situation.
I'm just saying, but that May rivalry in NXT, whew,
Yeah, they were good matches. Absolutely.
that thing was crazy. So, hey. We got Crown Jewel out the way. Now is all roads lead to Chicago, Illinois for Survivor Series War Games. And then after that, WWE gonna be down a bit, okay? So don't be mad, don't be complaining, okay?
No, because they'll be getting ready for the Royal Rumble.
Exactly. They main goal is to get our stars healthy. If everybody can survive Survivor Series, if everybody can survive Survivor Series, get y'all healthy going into 2024 and the Warrior Rumble. Because if I remember correct, I think WWE is starting to get away from having a premier live event in the month of December.
I believe so because I mean they have Royal Rumbles like early January, so it doesn't you really need the time to build. Like you need to make the Royal Rumble mean something. I like how they did. I can't remember if it was last year, or a couple of years ago, when everyone had to qualify. So you had this series of matches for everybody to qualify. So like if you wanted to be in the Royal Rumble, like 5 people got their spots, but most everybody had to qualify to be in the Rumble match. So you had to have a match. And if you won your match, you were in the Rumble.
Yeah, live
And then, of
research,
course,
people.
yeah, and then you had about 5 spots for surprises, and like Logan Paul called his shot and got a spot, but most people had to, win in advance to get in the Royal Rumble. I like something like that. That's something you could do throughout every show, just a match or two every week, and you got time to do it after you finish this one.
Exactly. So live research, people. Going in here, see what is left. If there's anything else in Survivor Series.
I can check.
Nope, NXT is the only thing they got going on. That's called NXT Deadline. That will be December 9th. So yeah. So the main roster is getting away from having premium line visits in the month of December. And actually, if you want to be honest, that's why they actually give their wrestlers time off in December.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get close to like Christmas time, you ain't gonna see a lot of superstars.
And when you do, you'll only see like a couple, and you won't see them again.
Because after Survivor Series, time to get ready for the new year. And this is where Cool gets on AEW because they like y'all dropping the ball because y'all don't know how to do storylines.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be the perfect time for AEW to build a stuff up. Because once Survivor Series is done, WWE it's gonna be a downtime for WWE. It's every year. This is what gets me because every year they complain, bruh. They do this on purpose. It's the holidays. Like they superstar have families too. They want to give them time to go spend holidays with their family too. They got us from January to November.
So then AP also asked, wasn't they talking about Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT at War Game? So
I don't think NXT gonna be a part of it.
I don't think so either because of the way things look right now. They haven't treated NXT as a credible brand. It hasn't been treated as a third brand. So without that, I don't think it could be like war. It couldn't be like a War Games, you know, with NXT included. Just my thought.
And,
I mean,
and to be
I could
honest,
be
I
wrong,
don't
but
think
it's
I
my
don't think
thoughts.
they want to do it because it's not the same NXT. Because the reason why they did that year because they was having trouble getting back from Crown Jewel,
Right.
and that was right around when Survivor Series was literally like right there.
Right. It's really poor planning when they got stuck. So they kind of just called an audible.
Which was a hell of an audible though.
Yeah, but NXT doesn't seem like a threat as a third brand now. It seems like the developmental league now.
But back then, and really back then, we didn't even think NXT was going to win that.
They did pretty good, but no, we didn't.
And then and that was like, oh my god, NXT won Survivor Series. This legit just happened.
Yep. And then all those triple threat matches got a little old too. I'm not gonna lie.
But you wanted to see what was gonna happen though. Everybody was like, "Wow, gonna win." That's Vince's baby. Nah, but
too many matches though. There's too many matches.
I mean, with a premium live event, you're gonna have about at least 7 matches.
Right, but they didn't all have to be triple threats. Every match was a triple threat. Like, bro, no.
Well, you had 3 brands. You had to do something.
Right, but the redundancy of that, just no.
That's literally what Survivor Series is. It's just a fight for brand supremacy. That's pretty much what it is.
Right, but I'm saying like everything being a triple threat. Just no. There was never a time where I felt like the NXT Tag Team Champs were as good as the Raw or SmackDown Tag Team Champs. There's never a point where I felt like the NXT champion was as good as the WWE champion or the SmackDown champion or the Raw champion, because I think that's what they were called at that time.
But the NXT champion won. Surprise!
Right, but I'm just saying there wasn't something. It didn't work for me. Maybe it's just me. It didn't work for me.
It didn't work for you, but I know there was a lot of people who enjoyed the hell out of that. I was like, and I'm looking. I had a stupid look on. I was like, NXT actually beat Raw and SmackDown.
I wasn't surprised because it was Triple H's brand at the time.
You talking about
like honestly, I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised that they won. Like people were. I get it, but I wasn't. Honestly, I wasn't.
But let's put it to the masses. Talking about throwing a curveball at somebody for a Survivor Series. That was one.
Well, if you look at it, what was the point of including them if they weren't going to win?
And cause no, you know why? Because everybody knew why they was there. It wasn't a secret.
Right.
Everybody
But there was no point in
understood.
doing that.
Everybody understood the situation. Like y'all only reason why y'all only hits because half of the roster is stuck on the plane.
Right. But I'm just saying there was no point in even doing that if you weren't going to have them win. Because if you weren't going to have them win, then it literally would have just been some extra bodies to take L's. You know what I'm saying? There would just been a jobber brand.
That's what everybody was predicting.
Those were people who don't pay attention.
Literally was everybody did it. Oh, NXT, cool. Yeah, we can see some good stuff. But man, come on now. This is pretty much Raw for the SmackDown territory. When we appreciate y'all coming in, filling in, but y'all gonna take this ass whooping. That's pretty much what was happening. Nah, they went a different direction.
They definitely did. So, Playmaker, before we finish, do you have any other thoughts that you would like to give the people?
Nope. I'm good. I just want to see what the week is gonna be like, so I know what Survivor Series is gonna look like.
So AP got a couple more comments, and we got to be interactive. So AP says Logan Paul versus KO. I want that. I want to bring back that beef.
I don't need KO going for a US title out the gate. Nah. I need KO to direct shop in SmackDown for a while.
And I need him back in the title picture, not the United States title. That's a redundancy for him. They treat him like a big star. They start really treating him like a big star. AP also says if you want a Raw versus SmackDown 5-on-5, who you want on your Raw team and who you want on your SmackDown team? That's a good question. And this is fantasy booking, so we ain't got to make sense. You know what I'm saying?
That's probably the question I need to ask. Are we talking current right now, or does anybody? Because we doing anybody. That's just
it's got to be currently on Raw, and currently on SmackDown.
Okay, currently. All right. So if we gonna do Raw,
you give yours and I'll give mine for Raw. Let's go.
Obviously, I need at least 2 members of the Judgment Day. You got to have some. You got to have the most dominant person or faction on Raw in there somehow. So you could probably do Damian Priest, Finn Balor, or you want to do all 3, including the dominant Mysterio. You can do that. I'm not including JD Madonna. I'm not including him.
Well, he's not ruling the Judgment Day, so you can't include him.
just like how WWE like to do stuff, I'm gonna make it very complicated. Give me Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, and Sami Zayn.
All right, so I want Big Bronson Reed. I want Cody, of course. I want Jay. I want Damian Priest. And I think I go those 4. The 5th one, I'm trying to reach here because I want to have somebody that wouldn't just be like a normal guy. Like easy things to go with Sammy. Easy things to go with Finn. But I want a bigger, stronger dude. I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre. That's my 5 for Raw.
See, I'm doing WWE style because I know how WWE is. Put everybody who's in the food together on one team.
Well, I'm doing who would you want?
Now, if you're doing who I want, give me
That's
Damian
what
Priest.
AP said who you want.
Give me Damian Priest. Give me Jey Uso. Give me Cody. Give me. See, you said Bronson Reed. Give me Gunther and Drew McIntyre.
Ooh, I like that too. Ooh. I like Bronson Reed though because just the corner runs, just running into everybody, just giving somebody the tsunami.
Tsunami.
You know what I'm saying?
SmackDown. Ooh, SmackDown. Let me think. SmackDown. I want to see SmackDown. Obviously, the Tribal Chief is going to be on it. Let's go ahead and get it out of the way. Tribal Chief is on there. You know what? Got to give me Solo. Got to give me Enforce. I got to have an Enforce on SmackDown. LA Knight, the biggest star right now. So that's what, 3?
That's 3 you gave.
You know what? I'm gonna throw a curveball at you. Give me the Street Profits.
Okay. So I'm starting off my list with the Almighty. We ain't putting the Almighty on there. We're not having a real team, but we're not taking it seriously. So give me the Almighty. Off rip. Trying to think who's dominant. Put KO on there for me. Go and put KO on there. I want him to run around and beat some people up and stun up some people and all that good stuff. Give me. I'm trying to go different. I don't know how this is gonna work. Gotta go Solo. Right, gotta have Solo. So I have Bobby Lashley. I have Solo. I have KO.
Okay.
So got those 3. I don't even want Roman Reigns on my team. You know who I want on my team? I want Karrion Kross on my team. So give me Karrion Kross because it's a multi-team match. I'm trying to think, is there anybody I could try to put over Roman Reigns? You know what I mean? Because it's like Roman Reigns is everything. Like, go sit down. Go somebody else.
Why you think I would get him out the way?
Montez Ford. I'll take Montez Ford. So give me KO, Montez. No. LA Knight. So give me LA Knight, KO, Karrion Kross, Solo Sikoa, and Bobby Lashley. That's my team.
No problem. Hey, I'm just, hey, it's the Tribal Chief, man. I'm not gonna leave the Tribal Chief out.
I am. I feel it, but I'm leaving him out.
That's he is the head of SmackDown. Can't leave the head out of that.
The head might even show up. He might not even be there for a month. He might decide he's gonna take another break during that time. So I don't even want him on there.
The Creed brothers, they did a phenomenal job. You probably missed it earlier when we talked about it, but great debut. And they put up the win too. With something I don't think a lot of people saw coming. I don't think a lot of people saw them. I don't think a lot of people saw them beating Alpha Academy.
See, I feel like I saw it coming, but like I said, maybe I'm just I just get a little bit more because I felt like if one of them was fighting Chad Gable, they would lose, but the Alpha Academy they'd beat. Because Otis has never been taken as serious as he should has in WWE. He never has.
Now, when it was heels, they was running. They was running.
Yeah. But there was a time when the Bloodline was like everywhere. So were they really running it? I would say no.
I mean, they were tag team champions, so.
I mean, we can talk about a lot of people that were tag team champions.
Yeah, I know.
Brian Kendrick and Paul London were tag team champions.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying though, when there was a heel team.
That's because they had 2 sets of championships. They didn't say, hey, we're going to take 1 set of championships and we're just going to lose them as a plot device. We don't care if we're handicapping the whole tag team division. That was before the era when they decided that, sir. Just saying.
But I'm just saying, at one point in time, they were being taken serious. At one point in time.
They would have. And they can be again. You can get them back to being a serious tag team in a month if you really want to, but they don't care. Because they're not the Street Profits. They're not Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes, and they're not a Judgment Day. And if he wasn't hurt, maybe the Viking Raiders.
They did have eyebrow on goddamn Terror though. Good gracious.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, do they care about anybody else? My answer to that question is they don't show me that they do. Yeah. They may, but they don't show me that they do.
No argument from here.
And that's all I got to say about that. So for me, this is your guy, Cool McCain. It's Monday night. Chopping it up. Monarchs of Wrestling. I'm with my mans. Playmaker. Playmaker, tell the folks where they can find you.
Facebook, down there, Playmaker Silence. D20 Playmaker, Instagram, and X. Follow the Playmakers blog on all 3 social media platforms and our YouTube channel, D Playmakers blog. Catch everything we got going on. And our returning show will be back soon. And I'm pretty sure Cool is looking forward to that like everybody else has.
Talk to him. Tell him what it is, Playmaker. Tell him.
Not yet. Still working the keys out, buddy. Basketball season is here. That's all I'm going to say. College basketball is back too. So it's about that time.
And there you go. For your boy, Cool McCain, we keeping it real simple, slight here. Shady Sports, make sure you check them out. Good content. They talk about everything professional football, indoor football, arena football, this merger situation happening with the XFL, USFL, all that stuff. Players, coaches, interviews, all that. Got me, Eagles Elite. Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m. EST, EWT, EYT, whatever you want to call it.
See, you went to the link and you found out your failure. You thought you had him. But then you didn't.
and just so everyone's aware, if you see this and you love to hear anti-Cowboys talk, you might want to tune into Eagles Elite during the week that we have a bye and we just played the Cowboys. I'm just saying, you can make the decision, but I think that if you're anti-Dallas, this would be a fun week for you to tune in no matter what team you cheer for. I'm just throwing that out there into the universe. If you choose to catch it and accept it, cool. If not, hey, that's your loss, not ours. YouTube.com/@Eagles Elite Podcast, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. Play callers, sportstalk.com/live. Friday night, Saturday night. Friday night, Play Caller Sports Talk show, 7:30 p.m. Saturday night, NFC Beast. All things NFC East. The best division in football. If you don't agree, don't argue with me, argue with your mama.
I should tune into that one because there's a Cowboy fan on there who should be feeling real terrible right about now.
There will be one. And NFC Beast, Saturday, 9 p.m. You can find it on Play Callers or you can find it on Eagles Elite. Make sure whichever avenue you feel like taking, it gets you to the right destination, as well as many other channels, including Shady Sports. Lots of great content creators for all those teams coming together to give you something that's a whole lot of different perspectives about the NFC East. Radio, WDRBmedia.com, or check it on the TuneIn app. Sundays, noon, right before you get ready to watch your early games. You can either hang out with your boy, listen about college basketball, college football, breaking stuff that's happening this week in the world of sports, and then get my picks. Or you can go somewhere else and hear the same thing you already heard 50 different times. Whatever you want to do, it's there for you. It's up to you how you play with it.
Before anybody asks, I haven't decided if I'm doing Ramley Talk this week, okay? My birthday is literally Wednesday, okay?
And then WDJYFM.com or the TuneIn app, WDJYFM. Friday mornings, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Play Caller Sports Talk Show. Tune in. It's not interactive, but you get a lot of good information. A lot of good things that happen BCS. I mean, I keep calling it BCS. The college football playoffs.
CFP, man. Come
the
on.
CFP. We'll discuss and break down that new top 25. A lot of places to find us, man. Don't play games. Tune in. Get plugged in. And get with your boys. We
Man,
bringing it.
There's a lot of shows for y'all to watch.
Yeah, it's a lot of content. You don't need them other people. Get plugged in with us. So let's get it.
And who knows what's going to come out my mouth for Brand Down and Grand Because that will be taking place this weekend.
So what you have to realize is you never know what's going to happen on Cool in the Game. And that's that one that come on at noon on Sunday. No filter. I don't have nobody telling me.
Before we get out of here, let me tell you something about this man right here, okay? Even when a win, he still come after his own team. Even a win, he still get on them because he seen something he didn't like.
I'm giving you the real. The win is great, but if you're trying to do what the Eagles are trying to do, and that's win a championship, I believe. That's my thought. That's what as a fan, I believe we try to do. So if I see something that I feel like is not up to par to make that happen, or it needs to be corrected, readjusted, who would I be if I sit there and say, "Oh, we won, so I'm just going to put my head in the dirt and act like nothing else happened"? Oh, no. We don't do that on Eagles Elite. If that's what you want, that's the wrong place. But if you want to hear the real, good and the bad, the ups and the downs, come on through and holler at your boys.
They literally beat my Rams, and he still wasn't happy.
Oh, let me tell you, we beat the Cowboys. Arlington football team, RDP of the AFT got beat. But if you saw that game, let's just say, this face right here is what you'll probably see for most of that show on Wednesday. Trust me. But when we break it down for you, not me, but when we break it down, you're gonna be like, that is true. That is true. You know why you're gonna be like that? Because we didn't win the ball. But I digress. So
Let's go.
Make sure you check us out. All this content just throwing at you. Catch some of it. Let's go. We out. We're gonna see y'all back next week. More tomfoolery about the world of professional wrestling. Because that's what we do. This guy here.
Hey,
we out.
Chicago.
We out.